1, 2, 3. What is going on, my beautiful people? Thank you for joining me in today's first video in 2023. Happy New Year, guys. Hopefully you guys all had a good 2022. Not everyone has the best ones. There's always, ups and downs. As always, we work through them and hope for the better. I just want to say thank you guys for supporting us so much. Supporting us, Rish, me, my girlfriend, whatever we got going on. This whole TSX journey, me not letting up, inspiring you guys to buy the TSXs. All the messages you guys give us. Just keep us going and keep this whole show flowing, honestly. And I am excited this year to tackle this with a whole new mindset. We just had family in town and unfortunately they just left as well right after the New Year's. Glad I got to experience going into the new year with them. Thankful about that. It was always hard. Regardless, we had to push forward so we could make for more opportunities like that. So I'm really putting it out there. I really feel like YouTube is gonna pop off for us this year. Especially if we go in with a way more hyped mindset, way more determined, and just wanting to learn, get it done, and no BS, just get it done. Content all the time. Get back to how we kind of were, but even more. So that's all I really want for this to work, make it happen, make more possibilities, more traveling, family stuff, and just living life, living Rish. Honestly, I really just want to live Rish. With that being said, I know you guys are gonna kill it as well. Have fun, man. Live it up because life is short. There's a lot that came to mind and realizations, so without rambling on too long, you guys know we could just keep talking about the new year, the past year, this and that. I'm just thankful for you guys being here. Enough with the past, let's move on to the future. Unfortunately, I didn't get to do really anything much on my break, and this is like my last day off before getting back to work, but I'd rather spend it with my family and whatnot. I thought we were gonna get to a little bit with my Brody and whatnot, but it's just a lot going on. Put on my little fit for the video. I don't know, it just seemed fit. But I already got a little bit of things started in mind. As you can see, we got tape things all around. I wish I had like body paint, but I'm just starting to like look at all the dents and this and that, body work. I'm really trying to get into this whole rust repair. I took out all the plastics and whatnot. I really want to clean it up. I want to take off my fenders. And what I did with the cord, like the whole rust repair and treatment on the subframe, I'm gonna do to the TSX. Like now I'm prepping everything, dive right into it, get it done, primer, paint, get that, squared away. I'm trying to set focus on this at the moment, at least for now. Cleaning everything up. So I'm about to take off the windshield wipers real quick because I gotta take off this plastic piece, clean up under there just like the other side. Boom. So I got all the plastics off and the windshield wipers, they're over there somewhere. I got the little bit of chunks out right there, which I'm about to take the vacuum, clean this about. I might wash this down or like spray it, get it with the brush, wipe it with the microfiber. So I'm just gonna keep, snapping through these steps and then get back to you guys. Day 2. It is the next day. Honestly, I didn't get too much done. We were kind of vibing out. Fortunately, we got to go back to, real life. So whole new mindset, ambition, all the whole 9 yards. Get back into this. Try not to second guess things too much and just kind of dive into it, because once I'm in it, I'm in it. Take off the stuff that I'm gonna take off, clean it up. I'm gonna figure out my next steps. I don't know if I'm gonna go dive into this rust repair, at least into the subframe first, and then maybe the engine bay and body kind of thing. This thing is good. I still have to straight edge that, which I have the tool up there. The head is sitting right here. What I'm gonna do is take out valve springs and retainers, keepers, whatever, take that out. The valves itself as well, because you need to take that out to get machined anyway, because I got to get that resurfaced. And as you guys know, either, this little spot right here. Am I showing you guys? Do you see it? Where's my finger? Alright, right there. You guys see that is broken off right there. I need to get that re-welded or learn to re-weld it myself, because you guys know I got this welder. I'm learning a lot this year. That's all I want to do is learn, get my skill set really good, so I know how to do things myself. Not scared to kind of do some of these things like the rust repair, body work, welding. I just need to get into it and make no excuses. There's time, you just gotta make it. So do what I'm doing, because I was over here taking off the headlights. So okay. 2 bolts under here and then 2 right here, then it pops out. So we're just gonna go over here and zip this shit off right here. right quick like. Another thing I want to do is try to figure out the solution and all that for the headlight sag, bumper gaps. I got to try to learn some body work and really hit my brother up. Even though he was here, we'll just put that one and then boom. So I wanted to show you guys body wise of like kind of what I'm talking about. As you may notice, got a bunch of just like little tape marks of just kind of areas where there's like dings, chips, rust, whatever it may be. Scrapes like that, you know, little marks. This whole thing needs to be redone. Bunch of like door dings kind of ordeal right there. Sucks there's one right here on the body line. You can see it's kind of like pushed in more right there. So this is sticking out more. Then you come down here, the gap starts to get pretty big, and then you can really see that it's twisted right here. It doesn't line up. Yeah, I just want to get things more lined up, more proper. There's things that need to be readjusted. Almost got this fender, took it off. I think that's the only one left in that corner, that bolt. There's one right there. 1, 2, 3 right here. There's one on the inside right here that you have to pop the door open. Inside right there. I took that one off already. Now just this one in the corner. Kind of have to, I believe, just kind of pop this off and get a little bit more room, maybe fit something in there. We'll see. Obviously, be a little easier if the side skirt was off, but I do have this little ratchet 10mm from Harbor Freight, and it's doing the job. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 10mm holding up the fenders. So even like simple shit like this, I would like to clean up and just have, you know, done, but then go in and I start seeing all these little rust spots. I'm like, fuck, man. I feel like I have cleaned this shit up. Paint it, recoat it, shit like that. It's kind of hard to decide on exactly what I want to do, if I really should go that far. I'm already, you know, this much open. I'm really trying to decipher on what to do. What do you guys think, man? What do you think? Alright, what is going on, y'all? I only got like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to try to get into it a little bit today. Start wire wheeling this and that. First, I want to take off this fender right quick, and then I'll probably get into some like wire wheeling like right here and just start grinding down at all this rust spots and just get into it, man. Honestly, man, I'm really about to start diving into this whole body work. Dude, I want this car to be clean and nice. Only way to learn is just to do it, man. So this side is a bit worse. It's a lot more crunchy right there. Grind it down, re-primer it. The seams right here, they're all getting cruddy. Right here, wire wheel it down underneath, protect as well. Same thing with this. You know, just go through the motions and learn. I'm just gonna start wire wheeling shit and fucking go to town, you know? I have to leave it off here. It is 1:30 and I'm trying to go to work early today, so I have to go shower, get ready, and just bounce. I got a little bit of grinding down. Started at the top right here, kind of ended off right there. Got a little bit right there, so it's really just kind of a slow and steady process of just grinding down the rust. I'll catch back with you guys tomorrow, maybe later tonight. Back again another day. So I've been doing a little bit of wire wheeling again. Picking up where I left off, because I only have, you know, so many hours in a day that I could, you know, dedicate to this before I gotta go to work. I'm going around, just, you know, scuffing everything up, looking at everything, constantly contemplating on what I should do. I just want to say real quick, I'm only doing shit by hand right now because I don't want to make a lot of noise. It's just like 9 at night and I don't have a DA sander, so I'll do more tomorrow. Try to figure out, get a DA sander, but I'll figure something out. So I just want to say that, so don't judge me, but we're getting into it. I'm just diving into this shit. I literally sat there, I grabbed the wire wheel, fucking zipped like a couple little spots, and I was like, well, did it. Now I gotta do it all the way, so here we are. We kind of got after it a little bit more from what we showed you. It's been going pretty good. I had to cut it short for a bit because I didn't want to make too much noise. It was really kind of like getting late. And I was also just sitting here sanding by hand, doing 180 grit. There's some spots I still have to wire wheel a bunch, so I'm gonna do that. I'm like, all right, I got all this off and I'm already doing this. Do the engine bay too. Like, I don't know, what do you guys think? Do I do the engine bay? It frustrates me because just looking at this mess, just to deal with all these hard lines from the ABS and all that, and I believe if I crack any of these lines, and I'm gonna have to re-bleed the whole system, and it's gonna take a while. I already see spots like this. There's already like rusted spots on the surface. Like this is like shitty. Yeah. I mean, you see the crudiness. Some areas are already pretty dingy, some better than others. So it doesn't look that bad, but it also doesn't look that great. I am being really passionate about my work. I really want to make this quality and nice, do things proper. Who knows, I learned how to restore this TSX stuff, and maybe I could go on a spree of, you know, restoring TSXs, you know, selling them, preserving these beautiful chassis. I have a lot of ambition and I have a lot of thoughts in my brain on what to do, but I really feel like I need to paint the engine bay just to go with all the front end that I'm doing. I'm gonna paint all this side, then this is just gonna look not as good and different, and then I'm gonna still see like shit like this and then this. Enough talking. And showing. We're gonna get into some more like grinding and shit, so see ya. Alright y'all, so I am prepping myself right now to take off the subframe. Your boy decided to take a PTO day off, trying to make up for it by getting to it. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to take off the subframe right now. I took off the wheels at the moment. I'm about to do the tie rods, the sway bar end links, take off the coils with the whole subframe and let it drop or something, and then take off everything separately potentially. I feel like it may be easier and quicker that way instead of individually taking everything off right now, because freshen up this whole front end, you feel me? So that is why I decided to drop the subframe, and I'm gonna be painting the whole car. Well, eventually probably, you know, it's the goal, but I'm gonna be repainting the engine bay and just the whole front end right here. So I decided I'm gonna pop this off, pop this side top subframe mount off on either ends, so that's free, and then I'm gonna do the subframe bolts and then have the jack stands on either end, or jacks, and then bring it down together. But I also have to disconnect the steering column, so jack under here just in case. So it's not going to fully drop out on me. Pops out a lot more different. It's alright. That's alright. So, as y'all could tell, the subframe's out. Thanks for the help, my boo. I was just saying I didn't want to really bother with whatever I could do it myself, and she popped by anyway. It's out, pretty simple, but now it's just in the mess of needing to take off this, that, and then sliding the sucker out, and then setting myself up. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, y'all. That's my motto this year. Honestly, just get into it. If I think about it, just do it, kind of thing. If I've been thinking about it and just been contemplating in the past or whatever, I'm just doing it. All this. Painting my engine bay, storing my subframe from the rust, and just making everything look pretty. Since I have it all out, it's so much easier to get the measurements of it, you know, specifically like just the distance. So maybe I'd be able to get like braided lines, you know, made up kind of thing, just to clean things up, route it nicer, and not have to worry about metal pipings and you know, rusting over time. I don't know, they don't look as nice. That's what I'm looking for this year, just being quality, clean, up my craftsmanship and skill level with everything, and just learning as much as possible. I wanted to give you guys a quick rundown on how I took off my subframe, or how you would be able to take off your subframe on the TSX. It is honestly pretty simple, especially if you have your engine out the car. On all four corners, 1, 2, 3, 4, there's gonna be a bracket like this, and there's gonna be 2 bolts, 2, 2, 2, 2. So 8 subframe bolts holding upwards, up on the chassis. And then we have these side mounts right here, which you guys could see right there. So yeah, we have 2 bolts here, 2 14 millimeters, 2 14 millimeters. These are all 17s right here. And then we have 1 12, I believe, millimeter, 12 or 10, but I believe it's a 12 millimeter bolt holding up the steering column on the inside. I dropped it with the coils, but I took those off. So at first I unbolted these, let it drop a bit, then I got the side mounts out, and then I did the bottom. Well, also like the steering column, then I did the bottom subframe bolts. As you guys could tell, I had 2 jacks on either end with the blocks of wood, literally laid out right there, because that's kind of like a flat spot, and kind of mid-ground. You want to be a little bit in the back too, because it seems a little heavier right there, but it's pretty good for me. Yeah. With the engine out of the car, it is much simpler. There's kind of like a little less thought to it and a lot more room. With the engine in the car, you're gonna have to mess with like, well, first things first, you're gonna have to get the engine bar stand, because you're gonna be messing with motor mounts and subframe and taking all that off the engine. So you need something to hold up the engine to support it and keep it in place. You're gonna have to deal with taking off the motor mounts, the tranny mount bolts, you know, so on and so forth. So there's like a bit more things on it, but it's obviously doable. You just need to have the top support to keep the engine up and not fall through with it. It's honestly pretty simple. 8 bolts right there, 4 bolts right there, 1 bolt right there, and then whatever suspension components you want to take off with it. I decided to just do the strut and drop the whole thing down. Less overthinking things and just more doing, so that's kind of where I'm at. But I just want to explain that to you guys if I didn't already. So with that being said, I feel like I showed a little bit, not too much, but like enough, I hope. I'm super sorry if this video wasn't quite eventful, but I'm telling you, all the videos from here on out are gonna be super exciting, because we are doing a lot. As you could tell, man, I've been standing away already, just getting to it, because I'm dropping the subframe, getting to the rust restoration. I'm restoring this car, man. I'm trying to make it proper, make it look beautiful. So we gonna do it. Stay tuned for all these videos, man, all those new learning experiences, body work, painting. I'm basically gonna be trying to do everything myself. So if you guys have any tips, feel free to leave them down in the comments, because there's a lot to do, man. It is a bit overwhelming, but instead of thinking about it, I'm just gonna tackle it, figure it out, and then worry about some things later on, because I'm taking pictures, seeing how things go. So regardless, we'll be able to put the pieces back to the puzzle. With that being said, I rambled on this outro. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of like, can't believe I'm really doing all this, but we are. So stay tuned for all this awesome content, and you know, just making this TSX build how I really wanted to. Super proper, just beautiful. So stay tuned. Love you guys. Peace out.
I never take a day off, work around the clock, my engineer getting paid off. Rock like Ace up, like the weed and take off. So high I cannot see.